Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and breaking news from Ukraine. So according to this Ukrainska Pravda article, they say that Ukraine Defense Ministry announced that any student that failed their basic military training exam will not be able to continue to study. Um, so what's the context? So we look at the context first. So in from September this year in 2025, Ukraine will start to introduce basic military training to students at higher education institution, probably university, and this is according to the change in their law on military duty and military service, which is signed by Zelensky. So they will be taught in their second year of study, including 90 hours of theory and 210 hours of practical training, which honestly sounds like a lot more, a lot more training than what the soldiers they is getting right now. So both men and women will have to take the theory course. The practical will only need to be done by the men who are medically fit for military service. So the woman can take if they want to, and they however need to do medical examination. And upon completion of program, they will have to take military oath and receive a cert and military specialism, which means that they are basically recruiting and preparing all citizens for military service. Essentially, this is a shortcut, to conscription, and yeah. So that was the background. So this is from the Brigadier General of Justice. What's the Brigadier General of Justice? Or that's the name? Yeah, Sergei Melnik say that in the interview, he emphasized that the basic military training is mandatory for everyone, and if the student cannot take the exam for some reason, for example, if they receive an unsatisfactory grade, if they refuse to take a military oath, which is important, they must take the military oath, which essentially makes you make you a soldier. If and then they will not be able to study at higher education institutions in the future. So basically, he's saying that if you do not take part in the military regime of Ukraine, then yeah, Ukraine will let you study and progress. And then essentially, I believe what's happened next is that since you cannot study, you will be mobilized to go to war and you still be a soldier. I don't think you can run away from it. Like because if you're studying, you can probably get a deferment from military. So that would be a good excuse to not be sent to the front line. But if you don't take this test or take the oath, and then you don't get the study, then you are a useless person which can be recruited to send to the front line. So either way, I think you're stuck, to be sent to the front line. I think that's pretty much it. So this only happened in later this year, which I believe I think Ukraine also goes by the July start of the year, academic year, I believe. So I think that would be yeah, like a new school year kind of thing, I believe. So the changes will that is now being introduced. Ukrainian citizens who do not have basic military training and applying for a job for the first time will not be eligible for employment in the civil service, local government, or persecution service. Basically, to join civil service, anything that is government related, you must have basic military training, and it's also a trap. Like, yeah, it's still a trap. The moment you do basic military training, it's like, oh, now you're perfect. You're now ready for war. So yeah. Well, welcome to Pokrovsk. So citizens who do not pass basic military training will have to do basic military training. Huh? What? Do not pass will have to do basic. But they do basic military training, but they just didn't pass. So they will still have to do basic military training. So I'm not entirely sure what this sentence is supposed to mean. But yeah, just a bit of a shocking development, which means that yeah, I think this would eventually leads to the reduction of the. This is actually not really. This is more like a go around, because they have been under pressure by the United States to reduce the recruitment age for the military. So I think this is the workaround for now. but then it will likely lead to, depending on the battlefield situation, if the battlefield situation requires, and then now they will have a huge population of young Ukrainians that is military trained, at least in basic military training, they can be immediately sent to the front. So they could essentially suddenly reduce the age to 18 years old in terms of mobilization age, and then just mobilize everyone. So yeah, I think this is the plan. I think this is what the Ukrainian leadership is planning. Just that they put it in a very subtle way that seems to make sense, because Ukraine is under threat. So everybody should be training for military service, and then so then yeah, it does make sense that since government is maybe subsidizing their university, so you should at least get military training, and then once you get military training, yeah, in the moment though there's some massive need, everybody can be sent to the front. So yeah, I mean, if you stand from a viewpoint from Ukraine, if Ukraine must win the war, then this makes perfect sense as you maneuver the politics. But if you are more humanist, then this is shocking news. So anyway, thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment regarding this situation. Yeah, and this is DPA News. This is a separate channel. So press the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next update.